All right, today I'm going to be changing the range. This range actually isn't in horrible shape. Originally, this dial didn't work, it wouldn't turn. So took this off to look inside to see how easy it would be to just change that part out. And I found a dead mouse right there underneath. So this is the old one. I'm gonna take this out, put the new one in, hook it up. But before I hook it up, you need to convert it from natural gas to liquid propane, which we have propane tanks outside. I've got the new range in the back of that. It's pretty heavy. I need to get it up a few steps and in here through the back door. Let's see if I can back my truck up right here and open this French door up. All right, this should work. And we are in. Now I need to take it out of the box, place it close to here. All right, I think this is the conversion kit right here. So it's got 6 new fittings. I think these 4 are for the 4-corner burners. I think this one is for the middle burner that has the griddle, and this is probably for inside the oven. This also comes with this bracket that is intended to stop this from happening. All right, the instructions come in the same packaging as these fittings. All right, so first I'm going to change out the fittings on top of the range. The new fittings are color coded. Blue, magenta is the right rear. Okay, so the way this tells you to coordinate these is by the color that is on these. This one right here is blue brown, which right here you can see blue and brown. That one's fine. Some of these are confusing though, because this one is orange yellow and this is orange and it looks like white. So the best way to be sure is come down to this right here and it'll actually tell you based off the marking where the new fitting is supposed to go. So this one has the marking 114L. So 114L corresponds to left front. So it is the orange yellow fitting, but again, it's orange and like gray. So best way is to reference this chart and the actual printed numbers on each individual fitting. So we're gonna start with this left front one right here. These are in a little bit. These will be hard to get out. You could put a piece of tape inside your socket. It might stick to that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen this, and then the last few turns, I'm gonna use some needle nose pliers to gently extract it. Yeah, finger won't fit in. All right, that worked to take it out. Now let's take the new one also with the needle nose pliers, gently set it in there, start threading it. All right, put the new one in there with the needle nose pliers. Now I'm just going to tighten it up. There's no torque specification as to what to torque these to. So right when it's taut, I'm just gonna snug a little more and that should be fine. Be very careful when putting these in. The thread is very small and fine. You would not want to cross thread this because then you would need to replace the, hey. What's going on? Huh? What are you doing? Good boy. What? Well, I just dropped the fitting in in there. So now I'm gonna have to take this cover off. All right, well, when I was trying to lift this cover a little bit, it slid down the side here, and it fell down in here. I don't know if you can see it right there. That little gold piece, it's down there. So I'm gonna see if I can stick something in there to retrieve it instead of having to take this whole thing apart. Or on second thought, maybe I will just open up the broiler and access it from right here. There it is. Okay, all 5 top ones are done. Now moving on to the interior. Okay, now we need to convert the pressure regulator. So underneath your oven, in the broiler part, this cover needs to come off. One bolt here. Lift up on the right, slide this tab out. This comes out. And what we have to do is take this cap off. We need to remove this and basically flip it over. Apparently it's not that tight. I was able to loosen this with just my fingers. So take this off. And then it's gonna go back on this way. Careful, there's a spring in there. You don't wanna lose that. Put it back on, careful. Make sure that little nipple goes inside the spring. And then start threading. All right, next we need to remove this whole piece right here so we can change this fitting right there with the one that is intended for liquid propane. Next, we need to unplug both these wires, unscrew this cover right here so we can take this cover off so that it allows us to pull the connector and disconnect these cables, and then also unscrew both of these screws. Okay, with this cover, I didn't have to take it off. I just loosened it, flipped it back, gave me space to pull the connector through. So you want to disconnect this. Basically squeeze both these tabs. That'll let you disconnect it. Come inside the oven, disconnect or unscrew both these screws. Once you get those out, now you can loop this up in the back, slide it. This little piece comes out. Give it access to up here, and then remove this screw. Once you remove this screw, then you can take this, lift it. Put the new one on. All right, so now we need to put this back on, put the cover back on, put all the connections back in, cover's down there. You want to make sure you level the oven. There is leveling feet on the bottom. Pretty self-explanatory. This is a little notch right here. That's for the igniter. Here is the flame. It's mostly blue. That's how it's supposed to be. If it's really yellow, then you need to adjust the shutter. To do that, you basically loosen the screw right there and open and close the shutter right there. And that will adjust your flame. Usually for propane, the more open, the better it will burn. So it looks yellow up there, that's just the light. But it's actually pretty blue. how it should be. Okay, so it's all set, installed, and working. Do not attempt any of this on your own if you are not licensed or permitted to do so. I had a professional licensed plumber come out and check everything and hook up the gas line. So that's that, and don't hold me liable if you blow your house up. It's rolling?
Yeah.
All right, it's all set. What do you think? Yeah? I like it. You can talk.
Oh, I like it.
Does it look nice?
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to cook?
Nachos.
Nachos?